Now, how do I choose, right? So in all these three methods that we saw in neural network, in the k nearest neighbors, we want to choose k. In decision tree, we need to choose depth, and in neural networks, we need to choose the number of hidden layers. But how can you choose the right k or right depth or right number of experts, right? Or right number of hidden layers or hidden number of neurons in your hidden layer in a neural network, right? So now the more, if you choose a large value or a small value, it might lead to what is called as overfitting or underfitting. For example, um, if I choose a very small k, right? So if I choose k equals 1 in my k nearest neighbors, it means that, I'm just looking at one nearest neighbor, and we know that one nearest neighbor was not going to work that well because because of the outlier issue. But if k is very, very large, that will also lead to certain problems, as that will be discussed in the live session. So in the live session, what you will also see is how can you choose in a principled way these choices of what are called as hyperparameters, the k in k nearest neighbors, the depth in decision tree, and the number of hidden layers in neural networks. These are called as hyperparameters. And question that you can ask yourself is, how would you make these choices, right? So for instance, nearest neighbor is something that we have looked at in detail. How would you choose a k in k nearest neighbors, right? So think about that, and in your live sessions, you will understand why choosing this is a very important important aspect of learning algorithm, because it might lead to what is called as overfitting or underfitting. These terms will be discussed in the live session, and you will also see a principled way to actually make this choice.